Okay, Imani, I'm going to show you how to extract your image away from its background using Photopea. So we are going to save to keep in your slideshow, and then there's an whole extra thing here that we need to go through, which we didn't have to do before. So we'll go into the notes that we've taken, and there's the image, and we will say save image to Google Drive. So we've got that saved in Google Drive, it's gone in that folder, and then I'm just going to go back to your slideshow. You can do exactly the same with a drawing. So right click, save to keep at the bottom. I'm going to have to go over here, open it on the three dots in keep. Hold on, wait for it to load up. Okay, there it is. So we right click, save image to Google Drive. So we've got some images out of your slideshow, so you can do that with any of them. And then I'm just going to close down a few things so that we've not got so much memory being used. And now I'm going to open Photopea. So inside Photopea, I'm going to choose just a new template, A4 page. So if I go to File, New, and I go on the print, A4 page, 300 dots per inch, that's fine by me. So I'll go in there, and I've got an image that I can drag things into. So now if I do File, Open, and then Recent, it should have the butterflies in it because I've just got them. Okay, so I've got this image here, and I'm going to hold down Control and click to get both those images and say Open. So I've got two images there, and I need to cut them out and take them into the other image. So if I use the magic wand, that might work quite well. So the magic wand selects pixels that are like itself, and if I click on the beige bit, unfortunately it's got bits of the butterfly as well. So I can change the tolerance and try to do that again. So if I go to select, deselect, and turn the tolerance down to say 5. So at the minute it was getting things that are 20% like itself. Let's try getting things that are 5% like itself. Okay, so that doesn't work. So I'm going to try ticking contiguous. So it only gets pixels that are touching each other that are this colour that I'm clicking on. Okay, so this will build up much more slowly. Now I may be able to enhance the percentage and get a bit more that way. So it's a bit easier to select and get rid of the background, although I do have a few bits of the actual butterfly there which I don't want to get, but I'm going to remove them later. So you can see that I am on Add to, Unite. This is new selection every time you click, Add to, do, take away, and get the intersection. So every time I'm clicking, I am adding. So I'm clicking on the bits that are not yet selected, and I'm adding to it. Okay, so where it contrasts strongly is much easier to select. So I'm now, once I've selected most of the shape, I'm going to try and remove the bits that I didn't want to be selected. Not sure what that was then, I've pressed something funny. Okay, so I just keep clicking to get all the bits that I'd wanted in there, including this bit here. And then now I'm going to try and remove, maybe using the ellipse tool. So I'm going to minus from the selection by going on this bit here. If I hover, it will say subtract. And I'm going to draw myself an oval to take those parts out of my selection so that I only get what I want selected. So I'm trying to get the background selected basically, so I'm taking this away, otherwise bits of the butterfly will disappear. So you can sort of, it's not as accurate as the magic wand, but it does enable you to sort of keep large areas quickly, and then you just have to be a bit more careful at the edges to get the smaller bits. So I've got most of what I want to keep here. So you just need to look inside the object where is selected and make sure that you've got most of what you want. Okay, so you need to take your time and do this skillfully, because this is quality control. Like, the quality of your selection will make your pattern better. So, okay, I could keep doing that for a very long time. I'm just going to add to the selection. So I've changed the control of the tool up here, and I'm adding in all these little bits that didn't get picked. If you weren't that bothered about them, it makes a difference to the quality of your outcome. But maybe there's a few that are quite big that are easy to get this way. Okay, so this is one way of selecting the things that you want. So now that I've got the background selected and not any of the butterfly, I'm going to press backspace. So now I have a butterfly on its own without any background. So I could do select, deselect, and then if you've got any little stray bits, you can get a rubber. Choose the size of the rubber. Oh, that's really big. So look at the circle, and then you can sort of freestyle remove any bits that you think are important. Okay, so we've got that saved as a see-through image, so we'll just say File, Export as PNG. If you save it as a JPEG, it will just go onto a flat white background. If you save it as a PNG, it will save with a transparent background. Turn the quality up to the top and say save, and now you can use that. It shows as if it's on a white background, but when you pull it back into Photopea, it will have a see-through background. So if I just go in here now and say File, Open, I actually copied it to clipboard, so I could have just done paste. If I go File, Open, Recent, and then the PNG will be there that I've just saved. Okay, unnamed PNG, so I didn't call it anything. And that will be my, it looks like it doesn't show because it's the same as what was here. But if I went back on the history on this one, you'll see that it's the old one. So then if now I go on the new one, this is the one without the background. So if I do edit, copy, and I go back to this other one and edit, paste, the new butterfly will go in over the top, which you can see here. And I'm just going to deselect stuff because it will affect what I'm showing you. So if you look here, we've just got that butterfly on its own on a layer, so I could move that layer around and away, and I've got this butterfly on its own. And if I click transform controls whilst I'm on that layer, I can shrink this butterfly, I can turn this butterfly around and move it about to make some patterns with it. So that's how you eliminate stuff from the background using those tools. You could also try the quick selection tool, which is behind the magic wand. So you could try this. This works really well if your object is completely different in colour to the background. So I just clicked on it, it's pretty much got the whole thing. So then I could do select, inverse, and press delete. So I got most of the butterfly. Now you need to spend time tidying it up. But that's how to select the background and delete it, so that you can then make the complex pattern.